Does your cat understand when you tell them you love them? I can solve this one quickly. No. But thankfully, there are ways you can explain it that they'll actually understand. It's time to be one with the Rosetta Stone of cats. Number 1. Slow blinking. Have you ever noticed your cat slowly blinking at you? Of course you have. And no, I'm not psychic. Nor do I know that because I'm secretly hiding in your house. Though maybe I am. Who knows? I know that because cats' slow blinking is more common than the common cold. And it's not just a random movement. It's not an unconscious thing. It's a very deliberate choice to blink, and when they do it at that slow speed. This is one of the most commonly observed ways cats show love. So much so that many experts even refer to a cat's slow blink as a cat kiss. Adorable, right? Many experts in feline shenanigans are convinced that a slow blink or cat kiss is a cat's way of showing trust and affection. Studies, including one conducted by researchers from the University of Sussex, confirm that slow blinking is a positive social signal between cats and humans. When a cat blinks slowly at you, they're essentially saying, "I feel safe with you." So, as weird as this may sound, if you want to give your feline friend a little kiss on the forehead, and why wouldn't you? A better way to do that your cat will actually understand, would be to slow blink at them. It's simple. Relax your face, make eye contact, then softly close your eyes for a second or two before reopening them. Congrats, you've just kissed your cat in a way they actually comprehend. When you give them a literal kiss in the human sense, they don't really understand what you're doing. But that slow blink? Now we're talking. And when you give them a little slow blink, if they slow blink back, holy moly, you just had a heartfelt little kiss swap in cat language. Why do little blinks mean so much to them? Don't worry, I googled it. This behavior is deeply rooted in feline instincts. In the wild, prolonged eye contact can be seen as a challenge, a threat even. To make clear they don't want to fight, the wildcat will pepper in a few slow, deliberate blinks to break up what would have otherwise been a long and quiet confrontational stare. It does sort of make sense. If a human stared at you for ages and didn't blink, you'd assume they had some sort of an issue with you. When your cat slow blinks at you, they're breaking up what would have otherwise been a long and threatening gaze, to make sure you know they feel safe and at ease with you. So a slow blink serves as a non-confrontational way for a cat to express security and ease in your presence. It can even be seen as a voluntary display of vulnerability, making clear that they trust you enough to close their eyes around you. Now, if your cat never slowly blinks at you, all this might have you a little worried that your cat doesn't want to kiss you, or is fine in leaving you to think they're threatening you with long, unbroken stares. There's no need to worry about this too much. They might just be more naturally reserved, and building up that level of trust may take a little bit of time if that is something you want to do. If it is, pay attention to their vibes and try to figure out when they're most relaxed. Lounging in their fave little corner, for example, or just after dinner time when they're nice and full. Get on their level, physically, not mentally. Look them dead in the eyes and treat them to the slowest, most deliberate blink your eyelids can muster. Do it time and time again. Do it day in and day out. Make it a very deliberate part of your routine, like breakfast or a Duolingo session or your midnight snack. Keep showing them, even if they don't show it back, that you love them, and that will notice change. Eventually, over time, you may find that they begin to reciprocate by blinking right back at you. It's a bit like being a parent to a teenager. You say, "I love you" every day. They just shrug back. But eventually they will say, "I love you too." Now granted, they might be talking about the band U2, or they might just want a favor or money, but they will say it. This tactic is particularly effective with cats who are shy or perhaps suffering with anxiety. It offers them a little reassurance in their environment, a way of saying, "Now don't worry, Fluffball, you're loved here." For slow points, to really show how much you love them, it's worthwhile combining a slow blink with a few other well-known methods for communicating affection to your cat, such as speaking with a soothing voice or gently petting them. But I'm getting ahead of myself now, as we will be talking about both those subjects a little later in this video. So stay tuned for those, but over time, slow blinking can become a reliable tool for deepening your bond and demonstrating that you understand their unique way of expressing affection. But it's not the only tool on your face you can use to let them know you love them. Good grief, what a seg this is. You can also use your nose. Number 2, nose bumps. Cats greet each other by gently touching their noses. It's kind of their equivalent to a handshake. If you've ever spotted your cat pressing their nose up against the nose of another cat, they're not just smelling each other, it's a sign of friendly intentions. And overwhelmingly cute. I mean, just look at them do it. It's absolutely, a clock. If you have your hand at their level, if you're looking them directly in the eyes and treating them to a few of the aforementioned cat kisses, for example, they might even do it to you, bumping their nose against yours. This means they love you and want you to know. They're letting you know that you are one of them. So why not do it back? Or why not even initiate it? Get down on all fours, look them directly in their fuzzy little face, and then gently, key words here, gently, bump your noses into theirs, like you're a fellow cat. There is a man I've mentioned a few times on this channel as of late. A man with the most perfect name, a name that makes him sound like a superhero. The one and only Dr. Jackson Galaxy. He doesn't just have the coolest name on the planet, he has the coolest job, because he is a feline behaviorist. Imagine literally getting paid to play with cats. I mean, come on. And he calls the nose-to-nose bump the cat equivalent to, quote, literally saying, I love you. So if you want your cat to know you love them, Dr. Jackson Galaxy himself strongly urges you to try a little nose-to-nose bump. The first time you try it, it's better to not just ram your face into your cat's face with no warning, like a battering ram made of flesh, bones, and social awkwardness. Lean in slowly at first and see if your cat reciprocates by inching towards you. If they do, boom! You've just communicated love and trust in a way that makes sense to them more than human methods, like buying flowers, a good long hug, or Facebook stalking. Nose-to-nose touching in cats is a deeply ingrained social behavior going back centuries, particularly among those that share a strong bond. Kinda like how you have some friends you might hug, but some friends you don't. It's a real multi-purpose act that doesn't just serve as a way of expressing love. It reinforces social connections, exchanges familiar scents, and allows cats to assess each other's well-being through their scent. When you mimic this by leaning in gently, you're engaging with your cat in a way that aligns with their natural communication style. If you just scream, I love you at them, that's all well and good, but they don't get it. It's like going to France and thinking it's okay to just speak in loud English. But leaning in for a little nose bump is like taking the effort to learn how to say Je ne parle pas beaucoup français, mais je vais faire de mon mieux. I'm going to kill the writer of this episode for forcing me to have to learn how to pronounce French. I am so sorry to any French viewers if I got that wrong. Please feel free to correct my pronunciation in the comments below. Whatever. Anyway, back to bumping noses with your cat. It's important to approach this technique with patience. Not all cats will immediately respond, and some may need time to adjust to the gesture, having gotten used to you not doing it. As a comparison point, if your friend, who never hugs you, was suddenly all about grabbing and squeezing you, you'd be a touch confused at first. If your cat backs away or shows signs of discomfort, don't force the interaction. Maybe wait a little, or try again when they are in a more relaxed setting. Over time, your cat might come to recognize it as your attempt to show love and trust in their language. As touched upon earlier, though, some cats will actually go so far as to initiate a nose bump with their pet parent. Maybe this is true of your cat. This tends to be a sign of a rather affectionate fur baby. If this happens, take a moment to recognize it and appreciate it as the bonding moment. Between your feline friend and you, that is. So, we know a great way to communicate with a cat is via blinking. We know another way is through nose bumps. We are well on our way to be fluid cat linguists, but is there any other part of their head that can be used to dial up the level of communication to such a degree that the Duolingo bird would be impressed? Yes, the whole head. Number 3, head bunting. Everyone has their own love language. That's a phrase you've no doubt heard before. For some of us, it's acts of service. For others, it's buying mountains of gifts. But what about cats? They must have their own love language, right? So what is it? Well, that headbutt things, of course. One of the crucial differences between man and cat is that we headbutt people we don't like in the middle of drunken bar fights, whereas cats headbutt the thing they love the most. If your cat rubs their head against you, consider yourself honored. This behavior, known as bunting, is a cat's way of marking you as part of their clan. Someone we quote a lot on this channel, the esteemed feline ethologist Dr. John Bradshaw, head bunting is how cats dump facial pheromones that signal both comfort and security. If you don't know what the word ethologist means, don't worry, I had to Google it. But will I tell you? Not right now. You'll have to wait. Hashtag viewer retention. So that's one of the ways your cat shows their love for you, their love language. With that in mind, what can you do to show them you love them? Should you bunt them? One thing you can do is kick back and let them bunt away when they're in a bunting mood. You might be tempted to pull away no matter how cute it is, especially if you're busy or in the middle of doing something. But if you want to express that love for them and you want them to understand that love, something you can do is to just kick back and let them bunt. Welcome them to show their love for you. Revel in it almost. You might even want to encourage this behavior. To do so, lower your face to their level and then patiently wait, letting them initiate the interaction. If they feel inclined to approach and rub against you, allow them to do so freely. You can also use this opportunity to gently stroke their favorite spots, such as under the chin or along the cheeks, reinforcing positive associations with physical closeness. We'll be talking more about touch in a little bit. Head bunting is so much more than just an adorable gesture. It's a profound sign of trust and acceptance. A cat's face is full of scent glands on their forehead, cheeks, and chin, each fit to burst with stink. And when they rub their face against you, they're essentially marking you with their personal scent. It's sort of like autographing you with their signature, but their signature isn't words, it's an odor. This scent marking behavior is common among cats that share strong social bonds, whether with other felines or their pet parents. By transferring their scent onto you, your cat is including you in their social circle. This reinforces a sense of security and familiarity. The more they engage in this behavior, the stronger the association of comfort and love when around you will become. If your cat frequently headbutts you, this is a real sign that they view you as a significant and trusted presence in their life. If your cat isn't into bunting though, don't worry, this doesn't mean they hate you. Well, they might, but that'll just be a coincidence that has nothing to do with the lack of bunting. All cats have different ways of showing love, different love languages, and you might just have a cat who's not into the whole, if I love it, I headbutt it thing. Number 4, grooming. There are a few people in the life of a human who find themselves forced to become something of a de facto therapist to others through virtue of their line of work. Many employees of the pubs and bars of the world are well versed in having to be something of a sounding board to their customers, listening to their problems and offering the best advice they can as they pour a pint of beer, glass of wine, or shot of whiskey. But nobody finds themselves falling into quite such a position as those in the beauty trade. From nail technicians to hairdressers, most people in this line of work basically become friends and counselors to their regular clientele. Oh, here we go with the French again. So it makes total sense that in the cat world, grooming is used as a major bonding tool and a way to show affection and trust for others. This practice of two cats grooming one another even has its own word, allo grooming. To clear, that's allo grooming, not hello grooming. This process strengthens the social bond between two cats and essentially confirms them as family. In short, if your cat licks you, it means they now see you as one of the fam. Getting in on the allo groom action is a great way to let your cat know that you love them back. Maybe don't lick them, nobody wants cat fur on their tongue, but you can gently brush them or pet parts of their body you know they enjoy being stroked by you. Didn't I tell you we'd talk about physical touch eventually? See, I do stick to my promises. Brushing your cat is probably one of the best ways to show love in a way they understand, and one of the ways that come most instinctively to humans. Many cats find it soothing and enjoyable, especially when done with a soft brush, as these mimic the texture of a cat's tongue. So the sensation can even take them back to feeling like a kitten protected by their mother. It also has a practical benefit, as, according to feline experts, brushing not only strengthens your bond, but also helps distribute natural oils in their fur, keeping their coat healthy. Now, if you want to make grooming time extra special, it's key to pay attention to their favorite areas. Some cats love being brushed on their cheeks and head, but others enjoy gentle strokes along their back. You don't want to touch your cat in a way that they don't dig. Keep sessions short to avoid overstimulation, which can lead to aggression, and watch their body language for signs of enjoyment or discomfort. Then adapt accordingly. Number 5, petting, but the right way. Sorry, I promised to touch upon touch, and we just did that, but obviously you don't need a brush to physically connect with your cat. You've got fingers, you lucky so-so! And skin-to-skin contact is a great way to let your cat know you love them, just like it is with humans. But make like someone hugging a telecommunication device and hold the phone because not all cats enjoy the same type of petting. To really hammer home to your cat that you love them, it's key to not just touch them, but to do so in a way that they, as an individual, enjoy. Some love head scratches, others prefer a light touch along the spine. And most pet parents know that most cats dislike belly rubs. There are a few key areas most cats enjoy, normally the spots that are rich with scent glands. So as touched upon earlier, that's the face. Therefore, most cats love being petted or scratched on the cheeks, under the chin, or at the base of the ears. But at the end of the day, and also the beginning and the middle of it, I can't tell you exactly what your cat loves because they are a unique snowflake. And to repeat what I said near the beginning of this video, I am not in your home, I promise. Trial and error are necessary. You'll have to engage with your fur baby. Take notice of what they enjoy and don't, and adjust in reaction to that. Let your cat guide the interaction. If they rub against you, well, that's an invitation for affection. So get involved. If they flick their tail or move away, they're not in the mood right now. So respect their space and stay away. Doing so in that moment will make clear you love them 10 times more than any forced physical interaction would. By responding to their cues, you show them love in a way that feels natural and comfortable for them. Number 6, a soothing voice. Your cat might not understand the words you say, but they do seem to respond sometimes as if they do. So what gives? Well, as you know, if you've watched some of my recent videos about the words cats respond to, this boils down to the fact that while they don't know words, they can recognize both tone and vocal pattern. It's not necessarily the word dinner when you say it's dinner time that appeals to them, but the way you say it every single time becomes something they learn and know. This means that if you snap at them, which I'm sure you don't, they will be scared by the forcefulness in your voice. Thankfully, this goes the other way. If you speak to them in a gentle and affectionate tone, a nice calm voice, it feels loving to them, and they will respond accordingly. As bonkers as this will sound, a great way to communicate consistent and ongoing affection for your fur baby is to narrate what you're doing at all times, but in a nice steady tone. Think Morgan Freeman narrating March of the Penguins. It adds a gentle ambience into the air they appreciate, especially if you pepper it with their name, so they know they're being talked about and are involved. You may find they even respond with little meows and chirps, because they have opinions as well, you know. Here's hoping their opinions are the same as yours, and they don't listen to any podcasts you think are problematic. Engaging in chat like this will strengthen your bond tenfold. Number 7, giving them food. Need me to explain this one? I thought not. As a side note, I promised to define the world ethologist ages ago, so here we go. It's a zoologist who studies the behavior of animals in their natural habitat. Thanks, Google, or to say it in French, crikey, here we go. Un zoologiste qui étudie les comportements des animaux dans leur habitat naturel. I am so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm much better at speaking cat than French. But those are some ways to show your cat you love them, which is vital if they've been feeling love depraved. Want to know how to tell if that's true of your cat? Just watch this next video.